Everyone. I'm Dr. Lakshmi Goyal and have recently finished my PhD in Strategic Management from the Indian Institute of Management in Indore. Today in this video, I shall briefly summarize an article that was co-authored with Dr. Vikas Goyal, an Associate Professor in Marketing at the Indian Institute of Management in Indore, and which has been accepted for publication in the British Journal of Management. The article is titled Performance Shortfall, Feedback Interpretation, and R&D Search. The differential effects of peer performance below historical and social aspirations. Both management research and management practice provides ample evidence to support the view that firms pursue R&D initiatives during periods of performance shortfall or financial downturn. However, they experience or they exhibit considerable heterogeneity in doing so. In this study, we hope to explain this heterogeneity of R&D search behavior by espousing firms' interpretation of its performance shortfall situation to be a crucial enabler or a crucial deterrent which influences search behavior. According to literature, decision makers approach their performance shortfall situations through two modes. In simple layman terms, the problem-solving mode implies that decision makers acknowledge that there is a performance shortfall, which leads them to undertake a search for solutions so as to improve their performance levels. On the other hand, the self-enhancement mode leads decision makers to not acknowledge the performance shortfall situation as they are driven by need to maintain their self-image. Building arguments on these two modes, we suggest two informational cues which is based on performance of peer firms. The first informational cue, also known as shared performance shortfall, indicates whether the performance shortfall situation experienced by the focal firm is shared with its industry peers. The second informational cue indicates whether the performance shortfall situation experienced by the industry peers is of a higher intensity compared to that experienced by the focal firm. This provides the basic hypothesis summary of our article. In this study, we build on the view that both historical and social aspirations have differential effects on firm behavior, and hence we have separate models for both. Hypothesis 1A and 1B talks about the basic predictions of the probabilistic search literature about performance below historical and social aspiration levels triggering R&D search. In hypothesis 2A and 2B, we discuss the moderating effect of our first informational cue, that is shared performance shortfall. We argue that when performance shortfall is shared with other industry peers, it leads the focal underperforming firm to make external attributions, shifting attention away from aspiration levels and thereby triggering the self-enhancing mode. And hence, this moderator has a weakening effect on our baseline relationships. Hypothesis 3A and 3B builds on the moderating influences of our second informational cue, that is relative performance shortfall. In the historical aspirations model, we suggest that when more firms experience performance shortfall of a higher intensity than the focal firm, it leads firms to make internal attributions, shifts attention towards the aspiration levels, and hence triggers the problem-solving mode. On the other hand, in the social aspiration model, If more firms experience performance shortfall of a greater intensity than the focal firm, it leads the focal firm to make external attributions, shifting attention away from the aspiration levels and thereby triggering the self-enhancing mode. We test our predictions on a sample of listed manufacturing firms from the Indian economy and find support for all our predictions. The major takeaways of this study: the first one is to emphasize the importance of feedback interpretation in triggering search behavior among underperforming firms. The second takeaway regards performance feedback experienced by peers as an important informational cue, which can either trigger or which can deter R&D search behavior of underperforming firms. And last, we talk about how historical aspirations give a more accurate account of the firm's performance position relative to the social aspirations. Thank you for watching this video, and we hope that you enjoy reading the paper as well. For any feedback, you can please contact us on the email IDs as given in the slide. Thank you.